tango, and that phrase is extremely pertinent when it comes to the traditional view of a family. Let's face it, we're all the result of some type of interaction between a man and a woman in some way, shape, or form. Now, the term family has changed so much over the years that it could mean anything from a mother, father, son to some guy and a dog living in a shack in the woods. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you two different but common viewpoints of a traditional family. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you A Response by Shihan and Good Father by Prentice Powell. If there's ever a time you can't find me, don't worry. I'm doing all right. I'm probably hiding out somewhere and counting my blessings, mumbling something about sunshine, wondering how much love I could live in a lifetime. You see, I found my reason to live again. My daughter. And she had to make a rest with Father Time, trying to convince him to allow me the ability to witness my future history, outgrow my legacy. And I think it's working. See, he led me to her, my wife. And she is my fountain of youth, and I've drunk her to the point that I've been reborn, and I've seen the light. See, in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and that Word was her. And God took one of her ribs to create me. Now her one rib left was left with a shape, and I left shapeless. Now 1 + 1 = 1. We consummated our commitment to each other and created our first child. Now 1 + 1 = 3. And I know the math may sound strange, but sometimes I find myself struggling with divinity, but why try? Mother, Father, Child is the Holy Trinity, and she is living proof that there is truth in fertility. And we live a love that God will envy. And for her, I will carry the cross for my own crucifixion if you make her have more faith than me. And I can hang from that cross. You could pierce my side with a spear, and I will only bleed more reasons for her to love me. And I can die on that cross, and you could bury me in the tomb, and I will rise for the 23rd hour just to prove that I cannot live a day without her. And I will go toe-to-toe with eternity for the right to her next lifetime, because I was the only one made for her. And some may question the love that we share, but it only makes me question their faith. So I ask you, if God is love, how is my God not good enough for her? Don't tell me I'm a good father when you don't know anything about me. Fun-loving daddy and son pictures on the Facebook page do not equate to instilling values into your child's development. And the fact that I'm black should be irrelevant when it comes to my paternal instinct. My skin tone should not make me any better or worse when it comes to the ability to raise my son. But because fathers like me are apparently extinct, I get extra praise. And for what? Doing what I'm supposed to do. From strangers who don't know. I only get first Saturdays to second Saturdays a month with my son. So when you see me in the streets with my little one and want to say, it's so good seeing the father doing his job, spending that quality time, don't. Because I'm being robbed of the greatest gift. Forced to live through pictures on an iPhone that recognize the touch of my lips more than they do my fingertips. And the smell of his lotion every day, I rub it to my skin. So when I smell myself, I think of him. Forced to live through memories that occur within the span of 1 week through occasional webcam chats with a child too young to speak back. So when he reaches for you through that camera, all you can say is, son, I miss you too. Not letting his mother know that all this is getting to you. So you get up to grab some tissues because at all times, that distance of 3,117.4 miles can feel more like 3 million. Try dropping your son off at the airport with 3 teeth in his mouth. Go 4 weeks without him. Why don't you come back with 5? See if you don't beat yourself up for not being around, spending that time. So don't tell me I'm a good father when you don't know anything about me. Man. Trying to convince a court system that knows nothing about you that you are simply worthy of time. See, thousands of people inspired by your story but still feel that you are getting nowhere. See, people motivated by the pain that sits right here inside of your chest, and that same pain is a reflection of the amount of love that you possess. Imagine your newborn baby asleep, laying there, watching him, trying to get his sleep pattern down pat, praying to God that you get it right because you only have 1 night and have to go 6 days until you get him back. Imagine being able to fly around the world doing what you love to do, but because of a court order, your son, before the age of 1, has to fly twice a month, which may mean by the age of 2, he'll have more freaking fly miles than you. Try never spending a day locked up in prison, but still watch your child grow up primarily through photos. Learn about his milestones via text messages. See if you don't feel numb. So how am I supposed to smile when people tell me I'm a good father? I feel like I'm not even giving enough time to actually be one. Raise your son without feeling like you actually raising him. And I know everything we plan doesn't go according to that plan. I accept that. All that is fine. I don't understand how a man could be I don't understand how the man could be forced to pay half of daycare, half of medical bills, food, water. But that same man that laid down to create that child is not automatically given half of the time. Something about the situation is not right. And when I'm done with this poem, I don't need you to applause. I don't want any kudos. I don't need any praise. I just want my air, my earth, my drive, my moon, my sun. I just want my baby back.